Well, I'm kind of screwed. I'm screwed, and then I'm not screwed. Let me explain. So they finally announced this. When is NeroFest starting? The 31st. When am I going on vacation? The 2nd. So I get 2 days of this, and 2.5 because I can kind of grind a little the morning my flight leaves. I can grind a little bit while I'm on vacation, and then on the 9th to the 18th, those are the days I actually get to come back and farm. Is that ideal? No. No, it is not. But at the very least, this lotto is 2 weeks instead of 10 days. Because the one we get next at the end of the year, Scotty Fest, or Scotty, Mas, Martha, Christmas, whatever you want to call it, that is 10 days. And then we have another lotto 3 months after that. I was truly hoping, so much that they would swap and put Summer 6 first. Well, let me I already talked about like being aware for NeroFest. Let me talk about like themes at least I'm going to be using, and maybe these help you a little bit. So we're going to be talking about the heroic, monarch, and champion mode only. I don't care about anything that is not as hard as this. Even this is debatable whether you should farm it or not. The answer is probably no. Don't farm heroic. Farm monarch and champion if you are able to, meaning you can run as many of these CEs as possible with the team. If time is not your restriction, you can run as many boxes as you can. Try to get as many of these on your party as possible. There is a huge difference in your returns if you can run plus 12 drops over plus 6. And plus 6, you get 9 per drop of these tickets. Plus 12, you get 15 for 14 to 15 for every ticket drop. I know chat. I know you guys don't like math, but 15 is bigger than 9. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you this. Well, you guys got out of school, but I gotta tell you, 15 is more than 9. So looking at this node structure, it is all archers. You know what that means. If you have Percival, use him. He will refund very well for this. You don't even need super high copies. If you want the super high copies, it's to nuke these two. You do not need high copies of Percival to get him through this. Your drops are snake gems and scarabs. Scarabs are one thing. I understand why people would need it. Snake gems, if you absolutely need them, do not farm this node just for snake jewels, because we're gonna be getting them in the mini lotto-esque, but this one is you farm mats instead of anything else. So if you are only looking for these mats, you should be farming Summer 6, not the lottery. Now, if you just need these mats on the side, sure, like obviously, do it. If you can farm this at max efficiency, do it. If you just need lotto boxes, do it. Less of a need for Summer 6. Try and farm for the gold mat you need, because more likely than not, the silver mat, you can get it somewhere else. Briefly coming back to this one, if you have AoE, like, you gotta remember, we also have Buster farming now, which is something JP did not have. If you have Koi and Koi and Sky can't start from 0. See, here's the issue we're gonna come into, chat. People need to do enough damage. They need to do enough damage to kill, aka Buster farm. Not many Buster farmers can start from 0 and still have a decent party cost, because I am very aware that Morgan is able to start from 0 with Black Rail, but that team's party cost is too high for a Lotto because you're not going to be able to run as many CEs as you can. While you're trying to get these CEs, sure, but don't go into a Lotto running like no Lotto CEs. That's how you have a bad time and waste all the AP you have. This one pretty much like Buster farm. Use an assassin and Buster farm. We have Vitch, we have Oberon, meaning if you have Semiramis, you are good. If you have no wait, sorry, again 50%. God damn it. Big issue with the Lotto CE not being 50%. So yeah, no Semiramis, you need Bunyan. Pretty much no Buster Assassin is gonna be on here. The only other option you have to like Buster farm this node specifically is Caster, and you're gonna run into a big problem with Kentucky. It's not even these, he can kill these, it's high health Kentucky. So if you do not care, if you don't care if your run is longer than 3 turns, you can Buster farm this with Caster. But big issue is going to come. How are you killing Kentucky? You're gonna need probably a high rarity assassin to come in when who eventually dies. And again, gallstones. I need a shitload of these. I am not farming this node for gallstones. No. Other options, because remember, like, you don't have to use 6Cs all the time. You can use like Super Scope until you actually get Lotto CEs. Use Kichi. Just use Kichi for this. Kichi is gonna do really, really well. Super Scope Kichi. Other options for that, and I'm mostly gonna stick to this because it's just easier, chat. Oh yeah, if you have Melisson, you can just use Melisson, by the way. Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, that really is the answer. Use Melisson for this. Easy, you're done. It's a better option than Caster if you have. If your Melisson is able to start from 0, use Melisson. Meaning 3rd skill is maxed out. That is what it means. Do you need to max out anything else about Melisson for this? No, not really. Just have her 1st skill maxed out. Have Oberon able to give 30% and you're good. I mean, not 30, 70. Have Oberon be able to do give 70% and you're good. Pretty much the same could be said about this one. I would prefer using Percival though, because like you can get away with more Lotto CEs if you're not using Melisson on this. This is pretty definitely Caster. He starts from 0 and like you're only gonna have problem with Ibuki here. You are only going to have problems with Ibuki. Caster is literally going to kill everything but Ibuki. You're not gonna need Oberon. You can use Atlas Mystic Code, double Koi and Skya, or Atlas Mystic Code and bring Oberon. Bring Oberon from your support list. If all you have is Koi and Skya, bring Oberon. It is fine. You do not need damage. Yeah. You do not need double Vich for the 3 turn durations. You need the that second 50% buster buff for this wave to kill Ibuki. Who can kill these two more likely than not with one Koi and Skya and his own stuff? You might have to level that Lotto CE though for that. But again, these are berserkers. Even if you leave them kind of low health, you're also running with Koi and Skya, so you get stars whenever you need. If you need to face card with Koi and Skya or a Ku, just pop the buff. And are you man? Oh no. Earth. Oh. Yeah, I don't think you're getting any of Koi and Skya's buffs, but at the very least, you shouldn't have problems with berserkers. They should just die to Kucaster. But again, just be aware. Okay. Moving on to semis, the ones I'm definitely not doing because I'm not wasting a whole lot of time while I'm on vacation. So this is Sabers and Lancers, meaning you're gonna want AoE. You're not gonna want archers. You are not going to want archers. Archers are actually gonna make your life miserable trying to do this because of the Lancers, and Romulus has such high HP. So don't use Archer for this node. Don't do it. In all honesty, if you want to use Jason for this, he probably actually would output enough damage to start from 0. You're going to need Plug Suit and either probably Paracelsus. Is the damage going to be up there? Maybe not. I'm gonna be pretty honest. Using Jason for this, a little risky, but all Jason has to do is hit 80,000 type neutral. That really isn't as hard as you think. Double Castoria and Paracelsus will give him that damage. Yeah. Jason, even here, Jason is listed as doing about that much damage at wave 2 with Ocean Fire. He's able to do this much damage with the 50% CE. And yes, this 8% arts, 15% MP damage helps him a lot. If you bring in Paracelsus, he will refund 100%. You can pop this, and again, this does not count Castoria MPs. So if you are able to cast your Castoria MP, do it, and Jason is clearing this wave easily. He's gonna clear it easily for you. Monarch. I really don't want the solution to just be use Melisyn, but it kinda is use Melisyn for this node. It kinda is. It's gonna be the easiest one. Yeah, just the riders here make it hard for me to say use Kucaster, because he will have problems killing this Hydra. 100%. He will have issues doing it. Ozzy too. Demon Wine, Horseshoes. If you need these, Melisyn probably is going to be your best option. She just is. She's just the strongest. Roots, by the way, do not farm this. Like, I know I made a big deal about this. Said how Kucaster would probably do this pretty easy. Do not farm this. We get these through the lottery. If you need this, it's not from here, but just try to get it from somewhere else. It's not worth on here. And last note, god fucking damn it. Yeah, no, this is actually use medicine. Like, I know I'm joking saying use her here. No, use her here. Use her here. She doesn't care about the nodes. She doesn't care about how many enemies. Use her here and you will be set. You will clear this just so easily. Mirrors, ice. I actually do need this ice, but not that much. I really don't need it that much. So this is what I'll probably be doing in my free time when I'm on vacation, just running this node. Just because I really don't need these two. And this is just going to be like, if I'm going to use the strongest, I might as well use the strongest on the hardest node. Finals. Octuplets. You get these in the lotto shop. Probably don't farm it just for this. Lanugos we get here. Do not farm this node. If you need these two, get it somewhere else. But if you do have to farm this node, Kucaster, actually. Yeah, this is mostly berserkers and a 2 enemy wave. Bring Kucaster. Like, you're using Koyanskaya with him, so she can face guard this. He'll do probably around 40,000 damage. Koyanskaya, like 2 buster cards. It's not like, and assuming they don't, like, if you crit on them, like, they're dead. This thing is dead. Kind of the same with this one. So Kucaster. I keep on bringing up Kucaster, but us having buster farming is a huge fucking deal for this lottery. It is actually massive for how big of a difference NA has for doing this than JP. Habitrot. Use Habitrot for this, and you will not regret it. She will actually clear this out so well. If you have Ryder Mordred, literally the same thing. Literally the same shit. Either one of them is going to do extremely well for this. I have more history on NA using Mordred starting from 0 than I do Habitrot starting from 0. And that's fucking saying something, considering how much I used Habitrot for a while on JP. I used her for a long while. But that was pretty much only money farming. I have used Ryder Mordred in so many places. You should not be using Ryder Mordred in the way I use her. I can promise you, Ryder Mordred will clear this easily. Habitrot will clear this easily. The advantage to using Habitrot is you can kill her and bringing a single target to wipe out this wave. Also means a little more flexibility with your teams. You can bring in single targets to actually let them do farming instead of just having them in the back line doing nothing. Habitrot really does open a lot of doors. You can use her for the others too. Like, if you can find a way to use Habitrot in each of these, use her. Like, you can honestly use her for this too. I'm not gonna lie, you can actually just use Habitrot for this too, because it's all neutral if you need to farm that. Again, same here. You could just no, don't use Habitrot. Use this. You technically could, but probably shouldn't. It depends on your MP copy. Back to the finals. Yeah, Habitrot clears this easily. Don't do this for curse pages. Do it for the hearts if you need it. They aren't in here, but I think we're getting hearts later. I think it is Shisho Mass. Or not Shisho, Scotty Christmas. I think there is a high enemy wave in that lottery that has a demon. actually might be confusing this with something else though. I genuinely might be confusing this node with something else. I haven't looked at Scotty Christmas in a while. But yeah, Rider Mordred, Habitat, do this node. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm going to say. I'm even zooming in for this. 2, 1, 2. All assassins. What servant do you think I'm going to recommend you use? Am I going to say use Habitat? Am I going to say use Habitat against assassins? Am I going to say use type neutral stuff? No, use fucking Q-Caster. If there was any node you wanted to use Q-Caster on, it would be this node. This has the highest drop rate because it's the last wave of nodes in a lottery. It has the highest drop rate. Owning Lanterns, which is a hang Kyo drop specific that has a 10% chance that a lot of servants need for Buster for farming. A lot of servants need this. Nobu needs this to farm. This helps Kiara farm. This enables Okitan to farm. Jox, Doman need these. They need. Jox doesn't need it. Doman does need it. He needs these lanterns to max out his skills. Saber needs this for Buster farming. Ibuki needs this for Buster farming. Muramasa needs this for farming for his battery at least. Vargas, Appends, like this is that map that a lot of servants actually do need for them to function later. Summer Ibuki, that should be enough for you guys. That should be enough. You need to farm these for all these servants. Now you don't need that many. You don't need that many for each servant. You need like 9 or 10 at most. Just be aware of it. Also, Tyra, you need 15 per. Oof. And then 10 just to ascend. Oof. But that makes sense because she came out in Hankyo. Yeah. So, TLDR, I got screwed over. Am I that salty about it? No, actually, because that means I will have more apples to farm this. I will have more energy to farm this, and I actually do need these mats, especially these. I could do with a little bit of these, a lot of these, but I need these so much. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, this, if you need these mats, this is a better use of your apples than just farming this lottery just to farm it. Be smart with your AP. We have 2 raids after Summer 6, and then we have a Lotto, and then we have a Lotto 3 months after that. Be very careful with your AP. Don't try to fill up just to fill up. I know there are a lot of servants that are going to be coming out soon that are very strong. Jox is big one for me. Zenobia is a big one. Taiwan Wong at the end of the year, even though he's permanent, he is solid. He is extremely solid. Yeah, just be careful with your energy. Don't get into all the habits. We had Murderer's Row of summer servants. Now we're gonna have Murderer's Row of farming shit. Be aware. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be doing rainbow refills for some of this stuff. All right, peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.